Joining me now is Mike Huckabee, former governor of Arkansas, and Chris Bedford, executive editor of the Common Sense Society. Governor, none of that deters people from crossing illegally, so what is the point?
Well, the point is Joe Biden wants an open border. He thinks he's importing Democrat voters for the future. But here's the outrage. We got about 35,000 veterans who are homeless in America right now, have no place to go. They're not getting free rent. They're not getting hotel rooms with meals. There are 650,000 homeless people in the country. We just let 7 million in, and we're providing everything, including a college education for them. You know, it makes me kind of think that this year for vacation, I'll not go anywhere. I'll go to the southern border. I'll walk across and say, I'd like a hotel room, like some health care, give me some meals. I'll just vacation here in the U.S., and let Uncle Joe pay for it, because he seems to really love this idea of slipping across the southern border, no questions asked.
He sure does. Chris, you know, and to show the expectation, and maybe you certainly call it the lack of gratitude, here's the New York Times on December 13th. Some of these folks that are getting these meals are saying, it's just not good enough for us. Here's the quote. New York City is paying tens of thousands of dollars a month for meals that are supposed to go to feed migrants, but instead are never eaten and thrown away, according to internal documents. So, Chris, not only are we paying for meals, but we're wasting meals that they're not eating because they're not good enough, even though they're free for the people who came here illegally.
Yeah, and that's a story that's been going on in New York City for all year now. There's been some disgusting and awful pictures that have come out, the way these hotels are treated, the way the staff are treated. People don't even want to go in there to the places where people are being housed a lot of the times, with the amount of debris left over from alcohol and drugs and the discarded food that's left to rot. And this is putting a real strap on cities. New York City is in crisis right now. Washington, D.C. is about to run out of the emergency funding that the mayor requested to try and deal with this. Massachusetts this Christmas has passed another $250 million just to try to keep up with some of the housing at a time that we're actually dealing with serious problems with our own citizens, with drug addiction and with people on the streets right now who really do need those services. They're being diverted instead to illegal immigrants.
And Governor, you know, I had a family friend of ours worked very hard over the last, 4, 5, 6 years to prove she was worthy of American citizenship, to get her green card. We had to get a congressman involved. It was arduous. She wondered whether she was going to stay or have to go, all the while here legally, but wondering. And yet, if you come to the border illegally, the process is pretty easy. Here's a piece of paper, come back in 5 years. Yet, so it's undoing our legal system, too. Why would you try to do it legally?
Well, and it's an insult to the people who've worked so hard to come legally. Look, America's a great country because of immigration. Thank God we are a nation that welcomes people from all over. But we don't welcome them to come illegally. We welcome them to take the proper steps so that we know who they are, why they've come, what they're going to do when they get here. Do they have a criminal record or a communicable disease? And then if they don't, hey, come and join us in the American experiment. Work hard. You'll be successful. That's what this country is about. But when you have open borders and illegal immigration, you defy all those people who, for the existence of this country, have come here looking for a better life. And we want that. What we don't want is what we have now under Joe Biden. And I hope voters will go to the polls and say, none of this again. We're not going to keep doing this.
Totally right. Chris, last word. You're ahead. You are head of the Common Sense Society. So let's say the front runner for Republicans wins, and he runs on deporting people who have made false asylum claims. Is that common sense? Does it make sense? Can we reverse some of this?
I think it would be very difficult, but it will take political courage, but it's absolutely worthwhile to do for the protection of the United States and protection of our most vulnerable citizens. Even arch-libertarian Milton Friedman said you can't have open borders and the kind of generous welfare system the United States has for those people in this country who need it. You need to choose one or the other, and I think a Republican candidate ought to have the courage to choose Americans.
We shall see. Yeah, certainly putting Americans first, as the governor pointed out, with vets and hardworking people who are footing the bill for all this nonsense. Governor Huckabee, Chris, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.